To the 2023 Belmont Stakes, and we go to New York, the Big Apple, the granddaddy of them all, the Belmont Stakes 2023. Today we're going to get to know all 10 horses that are going to start in the Belmont Stakes. We're going to take a look at their best race, set you up for the Belmont Stakes. Final workouts on Saturday and horse by horse analysis. Let's get to it. Forte going 5 furlongs, 59-3, a 6 furlong gallop out. That was Saturday morning. Meanwhile, Angel of Empire was at Churchill Downs. He went 5 furlongs, 59.8. He was third in the Kentucky Derby. And Tapit Trice, the Tampa Bay Downs Derby winner, he went 49.59 for 4 furlongs, galloped out in 5 furlongs. His big workout was last week. Of course, he did run in the Kentucky Derby, ran an even race, trying to become the 5th horse sired by Tapit to win the Belmont Stakes. Looks like we're going to have a 10-horse field. Tapit Shoes is one of 3 horses for trainer Brad Cox, along with Angel of Empire and Hit Show. Todd Pletcher's going to counter with Forte and Tapit Trice. Meanwhile, Bob Baffert with National Treasure. We've got Il Miracolo from Gulfstream, and then a winner of 2 straight races, Arcangelo, improving quickly, won the Peter Pan Stakes last out with a big speed figure. Let's take a look. Remember, Triple Crown Trail so far. Kentucky Derby, we had a fast pace, a closer set it up for, and we got Mage to win that one. He is going to run next in the Midsummer's Derby at Saratoga. Preakness, we had a slow pace, wire to wire from National Treasure. So let's see what we get this time around. Arcangelo comes in, back-to-back wins. He won at Gulfstream Park. Then he won the Peter Pan, a nice duel down the stretch. Let's picking up the turn. He comes from 4th place. Then he engages in a stretch-long duel with Bishop's Bay. He's going to come from just off the pace or maybe even mid-pack in the Belmont Stakes. Now, Forte, he was your Kentucky Derby favorite. He was scratched the morning of the Kentucky Derby. 2-year-old champion. He won the Breeders' Cup. Let's go back to Belmont Park. A maiden special weight. He has won at Belmont. A nice move, winning his debut by open lengths, a move from 3rd place. He comes off the 10-week layoff. He won the Florida Derby. Forte, the most likely favorite in the Belmont Stakes. Angel of Empire, 3rd in the Kentucky Derby, won the Arkansas Derby. Let's watch this thrilling stretch run as he just kind of bursts away from the pack. Angel of Empire, capping off a big Arkansas Derby win. He's going to come from the back of the pack, maybe mid-pack, because I'm expecting a little bit slower pace in the Belmont Stakes. Now you've got Tapit Trice. The key thing with Tapit Trice, if you haven't watched him run, he breaks dead last in every single race. He has really no early speed. Now he quickly recovers and gets into the race. The Derby saw a 19-horse field. He started in last. He couldn't pass them all. He had to go wide. Tampa Bay Downs, let's watch this stretch run. Boy, he's just gobbling up ground. He's got a large stride, a big frame, and he's going to love that 1.5 miles. He's going to love the wide sweeping turns. Tapit Trice, long, powerful strides, the son of Tapit, a nice couple of workouts to get ready for the Belmont Stakes. Now you've got Hit Show. He's by Candy Ride, definitely can get the distance. He's a presser. Again, one of 3 Brad Cox runners. Let's go back to the Withers at Aqueduct in New York, a deep track, a 30 variant, means it was very slow that day. He came from just off the pace, but he just grinded away at the lead here. Draws off to the big victory in the Withers as the even money favorite. Hit Show, definitely a contender for the Belmont Stakes. And if you like him, you'll get a little bit of a price, maybe 12-1 on Hit Show in the Belmont Stakes. Now, Il Miracolo, he had some speed to the race. He's won 2 lifetime races. Let's go back to Gulfstream. He did go off the favorite in this race. He was even money, wire to wire, outclassed this field. He ran in some stakes races in the winter. He's got a proven veteran trainer in Antonio Sano. And Il Miracolo adds some speed to the race. He belongs, a little bit of a long shot, probably 30-1 in the Belmont Stakes. National Treasure, the Preakness winner. Going to be about 6-1. Don't often see that. Blinkers on for the Preakness. Here he is in the stretch run. He outdueled Blazing Sevens. He did get by with slow fractions that day, but he did have a big gallop out in his maiden win, a nice big gallop out in the Santa Anita Derby. I think he's going to like the sweeping turns. I think he can get the distance. National Treasure should be about 6-1, coming off a win for trainer Bob Baffert here in the Belmont Stakes. Tapit Shoes going to be going up in class. Big win at the fairgrounds, a long stretch at the fairgrounds. You know, he's got a little bit of a funky stride, a kind of a paddle, but he's lightly raced. Seems to be gradually improving. Now, he's going to have to improve his speed figures by about 10 points to win this race, but Tapit Shoes definitely going to the Belmont Stakes. Red Route 1, a deep closer. He takes money in every race. He always runs a good race. Evenly in the Preakness after being closer to the pace. Let's go back to the Kentucky Downs, deep in the heart of Kentucky. A turf win from off the pace. Went up the hills, down the lane there, and a big win on the turf for Red Route 1. A mile and a half should be no problem. He's a son of Gunrunner, a former Horse of the Year, and some big wins, big races. Stephen Foster at Churchill Downs. Red Route 1, sired by Gunrunner for trainer Steve Asmussen. Reys Kane came from off the pace on a sloppy track in the Gotham. Long shot that day, 25-1. Should be about 25-30-1 here in the Belmont Stakes. Ran evenly in the Bluegrass. Really couldn't make up any ground in the Kentucky Derby. Training here towards the Belmont Stakes. And Reys Kane, definitely one you can use maybe for third or fourth in your Belmont trifectas and superfectas. A very competitive Belmont Stakes. Speed figures are all close. We've got 5 or 6 horses between 5 points, which is a couple of lengths on the buyer scale. Remember, post positions are going to be drawn on Tuesday. We'll have a final Belmont preview. We'll get you up to date on the pace analysis and where the post positions are. Don't forget, on the channel Tuesday night, we're going to have a Belmont Stakes handicapping show. We're going to take your questions. So if you have questions about the Belmont Stakes, we'll go over a couple of the big races on the card. Don't forget, I've got my top 8 contenders video up. And on June 1st, we took a look at Arcangelo getting ready for the Belmont Stakes. A very competitive Belmont Stakes. Forte, the most likely favorite. Angel of Empire, Tapit Trice, and Hit Show, I think, are all strong contenders. Arcangelo is definitely one I don't want to leave off my tickets. National Treasure, the Preakness winner, Bob Baffert, of course, and then Irad Ortiz trying to win back-to-back Belmont Stakes. He won last year with a horse, Mo Donegal, who never raced after the Belmont Stakes, but Irad Ortiz trying to be the first jockey to win back-to-back Belmont Stakes since 72 and 73 with Ron Turcotte. We've also got Tapit. He's got 4 Belmont winners. He's trying for number 5 with Tapit Trice, and then Todd Pletcher with 4 Belmont Stakes winners. He's trying to go for back-to-back Belmont Stake wins. Lots of storylines for the Belmont Stakes. We'll cover it for you here all week. Hit subscribe, smash that like button, and leave a comment. Who do you like as your early pick in the Belmont Stakes 2023 from Belmont Park? As D. Wayne Lucas says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.